Hey everybody, it's Good to Visit here. Figured give everybody an update. I got this thing to print finally after not about a week, but maybe about 5 or 6 days, maybe 4 days ago is when it started messing up, I think, or it could have been last Monday. So almost a week now. Oh, okay, about a week, yeah. So I find, because once in a while I get frustrated, so I quit working on it, come back the next day, do it again, take small breaks to figure this out, do some research. There is not much research on this machine at all, or even why if the needle is too close to the bed where it digs in after you level it, and it's leveled pretty well, and you got that nice fine burn gap, and then when you start printing, you can actually hear the needle just across the bed just digging in. I'm like, whoa, what the heck? So the bed was out of whack a little bit. I think why it was and how I print out my brother's Vatic bridge, I don't know. It's beyond me. And it printed out some of the frame structures fine up until the last three I had to do. That was it. That was when they had issues with it, and that's probably when it decided to take a tow. But I do notice that there is some wires, again, I guess against this part, which I didn't know. Maybe it was rubbed up on it, and it did chew. But what I had to do is I had to take my knife carefully and cut it some more. I gotta take some rescue tape because I seen some wires rubbing too, so I was really skeptical. Wanted to check it out, make sure everything was fine. Everything's fine. I just gotta put electric tape around it and then be good to go. But the bed was out of tune. I got that back in tune. This was out of tune. I messed with it before. I think that's what it was. That's why everything was out of print, because I was cleaning all the wheels and I loosened the bottom wheel. I'm gonna say the bottom wheel is what I messed with. Yeah, bottom wheel I messed with. And I think I didn't have it quite in the tongue groove. Now it's in there, tongue groove. And lead level my machine, because the top here, this ain't level because it's on the carpet, so then it's going to sink in with the wheels and everything. So I use particle board here in the back piece and cardboard on this side, and after that, perfect level. And then after that, went by. I'm used to the paper, so I'm really good at the paper. So what I did is made sure the paper was nice and I feel the tug like normally you do. After that, perfect. So now it's printing out really well. And then last night it did not want to stick. I'm making a little tiny test piece print. Half of it stuck and half of it did not. No matter how many times I can clean it, it was not sticking. So I'm like, alright, I love this stuff. I can't think what it's called, PET or PEG bed plate, I guess. I forget what you call these. I call them bed plates. But today I tried to re-level it, and I decided, and it didn't want to stick either. So I'm like, alright. So my brother's like, oh, why don't you try different prints? Or, yeah, that's what he said. Just do different prints and see what, maybe the file is bad or something like that. I'm like, alright, I'll check it out. No, I did another print. Same thing. So I'm like, alright, something is different here. It looks like it's level. It's not digging into the board anymore like it used to be. Because it was, really digging in. So after I got everything all tuned, now it's printing fine. And it wasn't sticking to the board now. So I'm like, alright, new thing, no big deal. Luckily, I bought one of these a while back, and I put my brand new one on it, re-leveled it, and now for 5 hours and 53 minutes and 39 seconds, well, 40 seconds now, this printed out great. The only issues I see right here, is right there, and a little bit on the back that has like a little form sticking out, like, if I can get it, something like that, which don't look bad. And that could be caused maybe the temperature being too high. This plastic is rated up to 235 Celsius. I have it at 230 just to see if that was causing my issue as well. So far, right now, the way it's looking, I'm going to turn down the nozzle heat once this printing's done, and turn down the heat down to maybe 115, because it goes from 210 to 235 Celsius, like this says. I think that's what you're supposed to do. And the bed plate is supposed to be around 60 Celsius, something like that, wherever it says it. But this is PLA plus. So right now the bed plate is at 60 instead of 70. With Kira, it wants to be at 70, so I had to go on an Ultimaker and make sure it's at 60 like it recommends the machine at, and 70% speed. So right now everything is running fine. I'm happy again. I'm not stressing out, because I thought I was going to have to buy a new machine, because when I was printing out my Halo Master Chief helmet, I was doing a full scale size one at 70% is what I had to scale down to, and it printed out half, about 13 hours into it after a day and a half. I mean, it was pretty good. And inside of it had these 3 supports too, and I don't know what happened, where it went wrong. Come back from picking up my daughter, the thing was stuck, and then you hear this making a grinding noise, and it did not sound good. Hurried up, turned the machine off. The support part got stuck underneath this, and the board can't move that way. So it was a nightmare, and I thought that's what made it all out of whack. It could have actually made everything out of whack, but everything's fine. Back in it. Want to give this update, and now it's working. Thank you for everybody for your suggestions. I appreciate it, and I'll see y'all later.